Right, well, I don't know about anybody else, but it's made me want to get in a boat and get out on the Solent. Definitely won't be going that fast, though, that is absolutely for sure. We are now at the point where we have a few more awards that we'd like to present. And the award now is decided by you. So who did you vote for? Which was the best product? You may know already, but I'd like to invite Dom Jones back from the Mary Rose Museum. He will be the shop owner and seller of the present, and also Georgina Shepherd, who's the volunteer programme lead at Shaping Portsmouth for this particular piece. I'd also like to ask, because unfortunately we couldn't find them in the audience, Joe Taffarelli. Is Joe around? Can I have a wave from Joe?
Come on up, Joe.
Come on, Joe, don't be shy. And I'll now pass over to Dom to reveal the winner.
Brilliant. Well, we'll wait for Joe to get up here. Gold envelope. I hear it was really tight.
Anybody who was clever enough to stay on the app will have noticed there was only about 1 or 2 in it.
It came down to the wire. So congratulations to everyone. Just quickly, as the CEO of the Mary Rose, I could see all of those products in our shop. So I'm going to be talking to Jason later to see what he can do, because it was so good. But the winner, are we ready? For, yeah, drum roll, yes please.
Oh, it was designed
Group
for it.
1, Wildlings Tales by Touchbook, the Mary Rose Academy. Yay! Come on over.
And here they are with Kirsty,
Well
who of
done.
course pulled this together for us.
Congratulations.
Thanks, everyone.
And as we said, this product is now going to be in our shop. We're going to put it into production, and all the profits are going to go back to the Mary Rose Academy. So what a great project. Thank you so much for voting.
Just quickly, it would be really nice if we could just do a round of applause for everybody that contributed to the programme. Everybody's a winner in this programme. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. And thanks, Ben, for staying with us. Appreciate that. Right, I can see on my script, we now have a change in colour. Okay. It only seems right that at this point we have a couple of awards to recognise those people that have put the time and effort in, people like Joe, people like Georgina, who have volunteered their time to support with these programmes that we've seen can make such a massive difference to lots of young people within the Portsmouth area. So without further ado, for the CEO Award, I'd like to welcome back Dave Humphreys, along with the MD of Carrington West and Simon Ingram, MD of Mountjoy. James Fernandez, Simon West, Dave Humphreys. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thanks, Yvonne. So we're, as you see, we've broken the awards up throughout the session today in pairs. So thank you, gents, for joining me. So James, first of all, what people won't know is I was recruited by Carrington West. Clearly, Mark gave the board a pat on the back earlier on, but I think it was largely down to the two of us. We did all the hard work.
It was mainly me, but I had a marketing man that had a little bit to do with it. But yeah, I think it was a really interesting experience actually doing that, and hopefully we found the right man.
I think it's worked out well for both of us so far.
Yeah.
So good. So Carrington West, lots of great community ties. There's a great culture in your office, actually. Even when I went in to be interviewed, I was struck by how everyone that walked past spoke to me, said hello, asked how I was. What is your culture at Carrington West?
Well, culture, we think, is probably one of the most important things you can work on as a business. We say if you don't proactively work hard to create the culture you want, you end up with the culture you deserve, and that could be a bit of a warning sign. But we work really hard on our culture because it is our USP against a differentiator from our competitors. So we work really hard to make sure we look after their well-being, they're engaged, they're happy, they're motivated, and we have a real sense and real growth mindset around the learning and development side of things. So it's ultimately important, and it's probably the top of the agenda in all of our board meetings.
And obviously you're a recruiting agency, but if you're trying to develop that sort of culture, is recruitment a challenge for you?
It surprisingly or ironically is a challenge, yes, at the moment. We've still got some really ambitious growth plans for the next year. We're looking to grow by about 30%, which will be a bit challenging, but recruitment is probably one of the key things you need to get right to create that culture. So we generally hire on attitudes, and what we look for is hungry, humble, smart. You can teach the skills, but if you have humility, people will be vulnerable to understand that they don't know everything, and they can really instill that growth mindset within the business.
Brilliant, brilliant. And Simon, let's bring you in. It's good to have you. Good to have you here. It's good to have Mountjoy sponsoring our Education Award. It's been a great year for you, not least of all because you won the Large Employer of the Year award at the News Apprenticeships Awards. What did winning that mean to Mountjoy?
Well, I think firstly I'd say it was a complete surprise, a humbling experience, and extremely motivating and energising and uplifting for everyone that works at Mountjoy. You know, when you sort of get involved in all of these educational initiatives, programs, you don't really do it for awards. So when you do receive one, and it's a complete surprise. Yeah, it's really energising, and I think it's spurred everyone on to want to do even more.
That's quite interesting. And obviously I spoke earlier about it being my first year seeing the apprenticeship bus and how great it was. Yeah. But I can't forget, actually, when we talk about how amazing it was, that it was your first year as volunteer programme lead with Chloe, who we kind of leaned on for her experience, and also Kirsty's first year. Yeah. So how was your first apprenticeship bus experience?
Well, firstly, thank you to Chloe, because she held Kirsty's and my hand all the way through the experience. We just felt like passengers, really, literally on the bus. It was very dynamic. I think that was a word that was used quite a lot, but it was very rewarding. Yeah. And we never quite knew what to expect when we went into each schools, but the feedback that we got from the students and the apprentices was just quite profound, and you sort of talked about that earlier. And this year, everything feels like a well-oiled machine. Yep. A few hiccups, as you know. Yep. But we are ready, we're set, and it's happening in 3 weeks' time. We just can't wait to deliver the programme this year.
Brilliant. We're looking forward to it. So, shall we crack on with some awards, gents? First of all, the CEO's award. Now, there's no honourable mentions in this one, so I'll just leave you to read the citation, James.
Yes, so this award is to recognise the outstanding contribution a business or individual makes within the Shaping Portsmouth community. This year, the whole Shaping Portsmouth team decided on a winner together, and they were unanimous on who it should be. They felt this one person who continually went the extra mile in leading their programme, who solved problems before they reached their team, and who was invariably always the first person to offer their and their companies help and support across other programmes when it came to requests that were made. Shall I announce who you're going to do?
The winner is, you do it.
And the winner is, drum roll, Simon Ingram. Which is quite helpful because he's on the stage. Right?
There you go, Simon. So the great irony of standing there saying you're not in it for awards and it's a great surprise when you do, I'm trying to cover your name on the award. Let's get a photo, guys.
I've got to present one now.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you. Well done, Simon. I'm going to swap your awards for the next one you need. So there were some honourable mentions in your category, as you know, Simon. This is another category with two runners-up. And our honourable mentions this one go to Airbus for developing with a number of graduates the world's first virtual reality space museum, and also to Vespasian for their introduction into the security industry course. So a round of applause for them. But Simon, the winner.
So, do you want me to read the citation?
Read the citation.
Yeah. So this award is to recognise outstanding work in the education sector in Portsmouth over the last year. This nominee has clearly made a profound impact on the Portsmouth community, particularly amongst the disadvantaged and undeserved groups. Established to address an inequality, their innovative approach has transformed the lives of countless children and families. So the winner is, drum roll, the literacy hubs.
Have we got someone from the Literacy Hubs? It doesn't look like they're here. Okay, well, we will pass that award on to them. And no, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What happened to the Literacy Hubs?
I can't believe we managed to stitch up Simon so good and proper there, so that's fantastic to see.